my stay in Denmark came to an end. Today I'm gonna be leaving Copenhagen, so in a minute I'm gonna drive to Sweden, and I'm gonna take the ferry to drive back home for now to Poland. The school I was working with while I was here is called Kites Collective. It's based in Copenhagen, but we travel across the country to different locations depending on the wind as well. The gear that we was using during this season is the Elevate gear. So I already give you a hint that for the next year there's going to be brand new 2023 gear. So if you're looking for kite surfing lessons, look for Kites Collective, and that is if you're in Copenhagen or in Denmark in general. That being said, I'm going to start driving. Last exit in Denmark. We're going to Sweden. I'm in Sweden now. This is a place called Ystad. It's a small town where the ferries come to and go from. So as I said to you earlier, I'm going to be going from Sweden to Poland. At the moment we've got 5 o'clock and I've got some time because the ferry takes off in a bit. And just here behind me, when you can see in the background, is this Ystad beach. So I'm going to show you the sea, and I can smell a lot of seaweed in the air. So let's see how this beach looks like. That's my car, which was my motorhome for the 5 months until now. This is Chrysler Grand Voyager, so I'm gonna give you a tour. When I go home, I mentioned that before, that I'm gonna show you the car, but I'll do that when I get back. For now, let's have a look at this beach. As you can see on the beach, there's a lot of seaweed. So what I've realized, Sweden, Denmark, probably Norway, all them places, they've got tons and tons and tons of seaweed. Whereas in Poland, the beaches are very, very clean. And this smell is quite substantial because, you know, this seaweed is just getting pushed. And as you can see at the shore, when the waves are crashing, that's where that seaweed all remains, to the point that it's getting pushed all the way here. And as I showed you from Denmark, you saw that every now and then they have to come and literally with a truck and a tractor and, you know, big fork, lift it onto the trucks, the trailers, and take it away because there's so much seaweed. These are very cool hatches. I'm pretty sure these are like tiny houses, beach houses, which people own, and when they come here they're getting changed there, or maybe even stay there for a day or two, or they rent them to people who want to come and sit at the beach and, you know, sunbathe and things like that. Really cool. There's loads of them here. Check it out. Up here, just off the beach, because the beach is just on this side, we've got this hotel. At the end of there, just there are people in their bathrobes, well, swimsuits, and then they wear bathrobes on top, and they're going into the water. There are actually jacuzzis, so people just sit outside in the nice warm water, then they walk over to the beach and then take a dip in a colder water. So they go like a hydrotherapy style, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Very good for you. And also they have saunas inside, so again, hot, cold, hot, cold, and you build stamina like a steel. So the beach in Ystad, Sweden looks very nice. It's nice and chilled area. It's starting to rain, so my gimbal is not waterproof. The GoPro is, because this vlog is on the GoPro Hero 10 Black. And also I'm using the Skyrate anamorphic lens for the cinematic true widescreen view. And the Inky Falcon to be exactly gimbal. Check it out. You can wind metal rope and pull the boat, for example. And because I've got like a little rain coming over, I can see the little raindrop on my lens.
Raindrops.
Let me fix that. We've got some nice waves forming here. Great for strapless kite surfing. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna hide here under this roof, because the gimbal is not waterproof. The camera for sure is. It's the GoPro, come on, it's the action camera. But also, as you can see, it's vlogging camera. As you can see, it's cinematic camera with little tools added onto it. Anamorphic lens, cinema style. Yeah. I've got also the black bars, top and bottom, widescreen, linear mode, no distortion from the fisheye lens, and also with the gimbal Inky Falcon Plus I can trigger the shutter button, so trigger recording or trigger the shutter for the photos with the button on the gimbal itself. Also, if I turn on the gimbal, the camera turns on. If I turn off the gimbal, the camera turns off. It's amazing. I also got the joystick here, which I can use to move the camera. How amazing is that? How convenient is that? You tell me. Drop the comment underneath this video. This is my first gimbal. Go and check my review. I'm actually gonna put the link on the top. Some of you would say, why do you use it with the GoPro if there's stabilization? Well, I'm using it with the GoPro because I'm using the anamorphic lens. An anamorphic lens on a GoPro Hero 10 or 9 or even 11, it's supposed to work in the linear mode without the horizon lock, because if you put horizon lock on, that gives you the digital stabilization, which means your sensor crops into the frame and you start to see, especially when you move the camera about, you start to see the lens in the corners. So you need to turn off hyper smooth. I'm gonna be using more and more this gimbal because I like how it looks, I like how it stabilizes everything, and I like the cinematic feel and style of the Skyrate anamorphic lens on this GoPro. It's just getting used to you know, carrying it around, using it, seeing, learning how it behaves. Check out these mushrooms, guys. They're loving the rain and it's still warm. We've got what? October, mid-October, coming to the end, the second half of October. All these mushrooms are coming up now. These waves, look how they're crushing. Every now and then we get really big ones. Also, I parked here on this car park, but as you can see, I'm just gonna turn the camera around for you. Up there, there's a gate. So what it looks to me is that at some point in time, they are gonna close it. And I don't wanna get stuck. I've left my windows open. I can crack them like that at the back. That's a very good feature. But some of the rain can come in there. So I'm gonna close them. I'm inside now because again it started to rain a little bit more. We've got almost 6 o'clock, so still some time to go. I'm gonna keep an eye on that gate so I'm not gonna get locked in here. And also, coming back to the GoPro, as you know, or for those of you who don't know, because the GoPro has got a fairly small sensor, and so any camera with a small sensor or even the bigger sensor, cameras like light, like we do like light. In the dark, your vision, yes, it will adjust to the darkness, but we like light. So if you're filming for example, like this, a pretty dark place, and outside is getting pretty also darkish, you know. It's October, it's 6 o'clock, the sun sets at around what, 7 o'clock, or even earlier, 6:30, or even like 18 past 6 or 18:18, right? It's good to record with a light. All the TV shows, movie sets, it doesn't matter how dark the scene is, they've got light, natural and artificial light. As you can see here, I'm using this light, and if I was gonna turn it off, you'll see, especially on YouTube, how much this is going to affect the scene. Nice thing about this light is that I can adjust the brightness. Even with this fairly small sensor on this GoPro, I'm getting pretty good results, because yes, sure, I can go into my ISO settings and set my ISO maximum quite high to 1600s or whatever, but remember, higher the ISO, this is artificial brightening of the scene, right, of the image that the sensor and the lens is perceiving. So you are going to get some sort of noise. That means the pixels will start to break a little bit. Having an artificial light or natural light, it's good. That's the filmmaking tip for you. As I said to you, this channel is all about filmmaking, passion for it, content creation, and just take as much from it as it is for you. I'm in the harbor now, just waiting to drive onto the ferry with my car. I've still got some time. It's around 9 o'clock, so basically I'm just gonna wait here. There are cars queuing, but they're not moving yet, and I'll see you on the other side when I get to Poland. I'm gonna go and get some sleep on the ferry, so I'll see you soon.